Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Oderere. I have heard a lot of arguments by some people like classifiers not really appreciating the level of decay, the humanization, the privation and poverty in the land. Make argument, why wouldn't the federal government of Nigeria charge 5% tax on fossil fuel? They will cite, Ghana does it. Um, Sweden, Switzerland, the UK, they will cite all manner of other countries, even Finland. They all do it. They charge 5% consumption tax on fossil fuel. Why won't Nigeria do it? So that we get more revenue to develop this country. Badash. Now let me tell you, go and check how many of those taxes are paid by citizens of UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, other crude oil producing countries. And let us even assume that is, the argument is even tenable. The federal government of Nigeria wants to raise revenue to reduce transportation costs. That is not true. They just want to. Okay, let us even concede, but let us even assume that is what they were trying to do is right without conceding. Then I want to ask a question. By the volume of our daily PMS consumption, average of about 42 million liters a day, which is even high, then our gas oil consumption about 8.9 million liters a day to about 11 million a day. If you add up our annual PMS and gas oil consumption in Nigeria, multiplied by the average price of the gas oil and the gasoline in Nigeria, apply 5% tax on them. The highest the federal government of Nigeria can generate through this is about 812 billion naira or $530 million as revenue, putting 5% consumption tax on Nigerians. What will you do in terms of the revenue waterfall required by this country? Instead of doing this, they know what to do. In Nigeria today, I've always made this argument. Government cannot pass on their inefficiencies, pass on their incompetencies, pass on their thievery to the average Nigerian. In Nigeria, in this same country, in 2010, fact check me, go to CBN website, you will see it. In 2010, under Goodluck Jonathan, between the months of October to November, Nigeria was producing an average of about 2.8 million barrels of crude oil and condensate every day. Meleki, the former GMD of NNPC, told us gleefully in 2021, on Arise TV, that on a monthly basis, Nigeria loses about $1.9 billion of our crude oil resources to inefficiencies and thievery. That's about $22 billion, 33 trillion naira lost to inefficiencies. Today, we are only producing about 1.7 million barrels, which may not even be true, because if you go through OPEC record, you will find out the correct numbers. If the federal government of Nigeria wants to raise revenue, what they should be doing is devoting the same energy, the same strength, the same gusto they have been using when around employing all manner of social media miscreants to justify this. They should devote half of the same energy to protect our oil and gas resources. Stop the thievery. Stop the inefficiencies. Ramp up production. Rather than put a burden on the already impoverished Nigerians, a burden that can only help them generate about $530 million per annum. We've done the numbers. Then they should devote the same half of the same energy protecting the oil and gas assets in Nigeria in such a way that even if we ramp up production to 2 million barrels a day, the additional 300,000 barrels will give us every day, will give us multiples, more than 100 times in revenue what they want to achieve, putting burdens on Nigerians. If they want to reduce transport costs, improve on transport and logistics infrastructure, to know what to do. Rather than put 70% all manner of tariffs on imported articulated buses and cars and trucks that are needed to enhance transportation and the haulage of goods and services across Nigeria, they should reduce it to 5%. They should privatize the refineries in Warri and the Port Harcourt. Take 20%, give 30% to core investors, 50% to Nigerians, and then float it on the stock exchange. Give them marginal field under an arrangement of cost plus margin of 30%. It will help us to sell petroleum products in Nigeria at an average of about 600 to 650 naira per liter, irrespective of the volatility in the global markets, and create more jobs. Help us to reduce some of the pressure that we put on Nigeria, importing what we can produce here. They know what to do. Slay insecurity. so that Nigerians can go into productive work. We can generate nothing less than $250 billion from the agro sector, create over 40 million jobs, well-paying jobs, well-paying agripreneurship, in such a way that Nigerians will have more disposable income in their hands and have more purchasing power, in such a way that we can generate more revenues from taxing personal incomes and the corporate incomes that will come from ramped up activities and productivities. We know what to do. The federal government of Nigeria should work with the state governors and local government chairmen to do what is right. Protect our oil and gas assets, ramp up productivity. We currently have 2.37 billion barrels of crude in Nigeria. We have 206 trillion standard cubic feet of gas, worth over $1.4 trillion. What we need to do is we can even deepen the reserve to about 50 billion. We attract more investments, improve infrastructure, improve technology, so that our production costs will be low. We know what to do. There's nothing we will ask people to do that it had not been done in other climes. You can't reinvent the wheel. The wheel is spherical. You can only modify the alloy. Do what is right. Seek help. Seek knowledge. Look at what had been done in other climes and do right. This mental laziness and always, desire to put more burden on the people, like hirelings. That is what hirelings do. Hirelings are not leaders. They are strippers. Shepherds are leaders. They protect the flock. Be like King David. Be like Joseph. Be like Daniel. Stop being like Gehazi. This country ticks the right boxes to become a $1 trillion economy within the next 5 years, if we do what is right. Stop politics and fold your sleeves and do the right thing. Call upon the government and local government chairmen to play their part. Stop stripping Nigerians. Stop killing Nigerians. Stop disturbing the poor masses. Stop fleecing them. Do your work. Protect the oil and gas assets. Ramp up revenue from different sectors. Stop the leakages. Stop the corruption in the public sector. Over 50% of whatever is allocated every year, are looted and stolen. Will you guys, know it? Stop the leakages. Stop the criminality in the public sector and let the people breathe. The poor must survive in this country. Stop destroying Nigerians. Every Sunday, most of you will run to churches. Friday, you will run to mosque. You raise up your hand. You want to go to heaven. You want to go to paradise. But you're behaving and living like Satan. Nonsense.